Bom dia, boa tarde, boa noite, boa madrugada, bem-vindo ao Miseras Gamers. Eu sou o Japa, estou aqui mais uma vez com a série de Vampyr e continuar ela aqui. Estamos no 12º episódio. Vamos ver. Até eu nem lembro, gente. Peço perdão aí que eu não lembro em que parte que a gente parou, não. Bom, é aqui. Até a mansão.
Good evening, sir. May I ask you what you're doing here this late hour?
I'm conducting an investigation about the epidemic in this part of town.
And who are you, sir?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. May I ask who you are? And why all the questions?
I'm Detective Inspector Charles Albright from Scotland Yard. And I don't find your answers convincing. What is a Pembroke doctor doing in the West End at this time of night?
I'm here on my own, sir. I have no official appointment other than my desire to save lives.
Then we have the same objective, sir. The difference is, to catch my suspect, I use a magnifying glass and handcuffs instead of a microscope.
Do you know anything in particular about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
What else can you tell me about him?
Aloysius Dawson's exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it, with just one phone call.
Why are you investigating at night?
Criminals rarely act in daylight, you know. But since you are also a night worker, have you noticed anything strange which requires police attention?
Does the name Fergal ring a bell? Fergal Bancher.
Of course it does. Fergal Bancher, the butcher of Galway, hung in Dublin in 1857 for murdering more than 20 men with his bare hands. Why are you so interested in dead criminals, sir?
Why are you investigating?
Criminal.
Does the name...
Of course it.
What can you tell me about this district?
I'm the one asking questions, especially when there's a killer on the loose.
What killer?
I'm not going to discuss that with the civilians, sir.
Haven't I told you about the investigation I'm conducting? Perhaps I could help you.
All right, without giving you too much information, I'll tell you this. I'm convinced there is a homicidal maniac on the loose, using the epidemic to disguise his kills.
And what about the epidemic?
We both know the situation is critical, don't we, Doctor? Colleagues of mine die almost every day.
What are you really doing here?
I told you. I'm a detective inspector from Scotland Yard, investigating suspicious cases in the area.
Do you work alone?
Yes, the situation is difficult for the police. Many of us are sick, and since the summer strike, most men apply a work to rule on their patrols.
What about the situation in the East End? Why are there no police there to protect the civilians?
I know, it's a shame, but we just don't have enough men to cover the entire city.
Tell me all you know about that homicidal maniac you're looking for.
I'm not even sure there is only one. The wounds are always the same, but the modus operandi varies. Sometimes violent and brutal, sometimes precise and swift.
How could different killers inflict the same wounds?
That's my main problem. If my theory is correct, maybe we're facing a group of individuals sharing the same violent tendencies. Perhaps a sadist cult.
What are you investigating, exactly?
I currently have a few missing persons cases. Miss Patadao Kimura and Miss Louise Teasdale. I'm afraid they may have been abducted by my mysterious maniac.
Tell me about Louise Teasdale.
She's a waitress. Her father reported her missing. We don't have enough men to search for her, sadly.
Do you have any idea where she could be?
No. But I feel she's been abducted. She went to a pub a few nights ago and vanished. I thought about the sewers, but I'm not equipped for such an investigation.
Tell me about Mr. Kimura.
Mr. Kimura is a businessman who has been missing for a few days. He didn't go home, didn't go to work, didn't go back to his family.
Where was he last seen?
Mr. Kimura was last seen at the Royal Observatory in Greenwich. I followed a possible lead in the West End, but I found nothing.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm sure we'll talk again soon. Seems violence and madness are now contagious.
Rapaz, é gêmeos essas miséria?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed.
Dr. Reed?
Is there anything wrong?
No,
I think I would...
That's odd. I'm certain...
I'm afraid not, sir.
The pleasure is mine.
What can you tell me?
I've heard this is a man who has searched...
Tell me about it.
We are waiting.
And why are you waiting?
Because we need to leave this city. As soon as possible.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really
Can you tell me?
As you like asking questions.
Please, be my...
Do you like this city?
Não sei.
I don't know. I was born and raised in London.
You didn't answer my question, sir. But
And what do you do, sir?
I stopped working when I decided to leave.
But what were you doing before you took this decision?
Does it really matter anymore? Considering that
Tell me more about why you want to leave.
I just don't belong here.
Who are you waiting for? I'm sure he has a name.
I really can't answer that question, since I don't know that person.
And why is that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance. I don't even know his real name. Only that this man could help us leave this city once and for all.
But why would you need this person's help to leave London anyway?
Well,
Goodbye, Mr. Baker. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan...
yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the...
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are?
I suppose you're right. And...
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I
Vovozão!
rarely agree.
Que é isso? É o Bob Esponja, é?
May I ask what...
I don't know.
You must have your own.
From what I have managed to understand,
May I ask why you've not gone already if you're so exasperated by this?
I believe fear is holding us back.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least...
Why is that?
Como é que é a pergunta?
I still enjoy living in London, no matter how difficult it can be sometimes.
Then I am sincerely happy for you. True happiness in
Pastel
life
com
seems to be
olhos?
the most difficult goal to reach these days.
É verdade, é um pastel com óleo. É que tá um pouco longe, aí não deu pra ver.
What can you tell me about your brother?
He's older than me.
Pelo menos já sei que tá funcionando.
But the important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him.
Valeu aí, Bozo.
Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to the city, and without my insistence, he would...
Opa.
Who are you waiting for exactly?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are...
But what else could it be?
I don't know. A thief.
I'm afraid I'm not following you.
Have you ever felt like life trapped?
Tá ruim?
Trap. And you think leaving London?
At least it will give us...
Goodbye for now.
But it will not be forgotten.
Goodbye for now.
Ah, então deve ficar diferente, né, Muzão? Por causa do esquema que eu tô fazendo pra dar certo. Acho que fica diferente mesmo. Eu tô nas partes que eu adoro, que é de conversar. É isso aí. Deve ser por isso. Tô no caminho. Vou pegar aqui.
It's locked, all right.
Eu acho que essa é a mansão. Bom, aqui acho que é pra salvar. Pra entrar na mansão, acho que é lá por baixo. Ué? Vai, toca.
Trying to tell us.
Arrancada.
Jonathan Reed. At last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Talltree.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they tell me everything. They told me that you struggle hard not to take too many lives.
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Here is the money.
The hunter, a good heart in disguise, a liar willing to help for real, an armed man unable to strike.
Tell me about yourself. What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The guard of Priwen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to immortals.
For how long have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time, sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
The vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
All right. Let me hear it.
The walls of your prison have already been raised, Jonathan. But you will freely accept to be locked inside, full of hope for a better day.
May I ask you about the Brotherhood?
Of course, but I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo, in spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then, a strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
Who founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate, and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
So you're not just a club of academics and scholars?
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
Goodbye, sir. Until we meet again.
I rarely wander, yet it amuses me to converse with your kind. Perhaps London will survive the epidemic, but I see terrible trials awaiting in the future.
Como é que eu entro nessa mansão então? Ó, será que dá pra pular direto pra quarta? Dá. Pedaço de alumínio. Serviço 5. Ah, não. Aqui. Isso não dá. Tem 2 de cada, então tá bom. Vamos ver o que dá pra upar aqui. Tá travado. Droga. Tá só desgrama.
Betty's mine! I'll take my eye and step back! Waltz with me! Stay back, beast!
Batendo bem. Cadê a ação? Só conversa. Não, agora começou, ó. Começou a açãozinha. Então, mas eu acho que eu tô ainda no lugar errado. Eu não sei onde é a casa dessa miséria, mano. Essas missões que tem que procurar é muito ruim. Ó, eu acho que eu já tô fora. Ó, já tô fora do lugar. complicada aquela parte, né? Acho que por aqui dá. Aê! Achei. Achei a mansão. Agora se vai dar certo, eu já não sei. Esse jogo é pegada do The Witcher. Conversa, conversa, conversa e um pouco de ação. Caramba, eu joguei 5.000 e pouco de experiência.
Dawson's mansion. Here I am at last. But the question remains, am I ready to make a dying man my progeny?
Ah, vou transformar o cara agora.
Finally, you're here, Dr. Reed. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes, yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Eu também gosto mais do sistema de combate.
As a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would
E das
help me to
magias
escape the
também.
Reaper.
De como você upa o personagem.
Very well.
Tem um leque maior.
But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reed. Planned very carefully.
O que o The Witch acho que ganha, acho que a história, né, é mais envolvente, talvez, e visual, né, o visual do The Witch é muito bom. Eu sou o único vampiro aqui. Podemos esperar alguns minutos. Confie em mim.
Believe me, there is a huge difference between reading about vampires and waking up as one. I learned that myself the hard way.
Oh my God, man, stop your whining. I don't have time for your pointless jibber-jabber.
Let's move on then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reed. And I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same. What will your first action be as an immortal?
To save London, I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
Ele já falou isso já.
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
At last! All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
transformar, requer pista. Eu vou matar você. Eu vou matar ele. Você sacrificará 2 mil. Vou matar ele.
You don't deserve immortality, Mr. Dawson. What? What are you prattling on about? I don't believe I've ever met a man so bereft of empathy. You, sir, are despicable.
No! Wait! You can't! I made a deal with Lord Redgrave. I'll finance whatever he wants. Please, just ask him.
Sleep now. Rest now. Forever.
Ele não era digno de...
I would have lived
Vou sair
forever.
aqui, vou jogar, vou
But
deixar
when you
aqui.
to decide my fate.
Eu matei ele mesmo. Valeu, vozão. Valeu, demorou, valeu. Eu matei mesmo. O cara é doido, velho. Quer fazer um muro, separar as pessoas. A ordem não vai ficar feliz com o que eu fiz, mas já tá feito. Se acharem ruim, vem pra cima. Mato tudo. Vamos ver o que tem aqui. Tem aqui assim. Pegar uma chave. É isso aí. Opa.
Is it done, Dr. Reed? Is Aloysius Dawson reborn as expected?
Alas, Aloysius Dawson was not brought back to life after his death. The man is gone.
What? What happened?
Vou falar a verdade.
I could not let such a dangerous man become immortal. Not from my blood, not for you.
This is an outrage beyond words. This is betrayal, pure and simple. I should kill you on the spot. You swore on William Marshall's blood.
Well, get rid of me then.
From now on, you're an outcast. Banished. You are forbidden to ever appear in front of us again. Ascalon will smite you on sight, and your heart will be thrown to the rats.
I'll leave you then. Have fun with your puppets and shadow plays, Lord Redgrave.
Yes, go, traitor, and take that awful creature, that counterfeit of a woman I saw waiting for you, and be gone!
Eita, nós. Arrumei treta.
Step away, traitor. Return to your dubious friends and your decrepit hospital. Do not dare show yourself again, you or that monstrosity you bring to my door. Step away, traitor. Return to your dubious friends and your decrepit hospital.
Eu sou traidor nada. O cara era doido. Acho que arrumei mais inimigo.
We meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon. So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
Old Bridget, what are you doing here?
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She sent me to warn you.
Lady Ashbury? You know her? Tell me what's going on.
The lady approached me but a few nights ago, wanting to meet the sewer skulls. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly. Her mind is twisted, but at least her body is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
No time to lose then. I must go there right away.
I shall return to my den. Have you a message for the lady? Should I see her before you?
Ah, amo? Não, não, não. Me recuso. Vamos conversar. Eu tô preocupado.
Tell her I worry about her.
Do not, for she has had strength and wisdom for so much longer than you. Go now and take care, young Ekon, for the flames are rising.
Não acho que nada por aqui não. Peguei o caminho errado. lascada mesmo. Só tem inimigo agora. Colocar marcador. Vou ter que ir pro hospital, né? Ela não morreu, mano.
Maybe it's time to see if this Christina is still working.
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Dr. Reed. Come on in.
Oh no.
About this Colossus. Perhaps I should look into it.
Mr. Bates.
Evening, Doctor.
Operação.
Goodbye, Mr. Bates.
Deixa eu ver se essa mulher tem.
Good evening, my dear.
I'd like to see what comes.
Opa. Ela tá doente?
Good evening.
Goodbye, Miss Swan. Perhaps we'll talk. Good evening, Ben.
I'm afraid
Neuralgia.
You don't seem well, Benjamin.
Oh,
I can try to help your body heal, sir. But you must stop destroying it.
the war destroyed me, Doctor.
A gun? How are you, boy?
Saudável.
Goodbye, young man.
You London vampires are so weak!
Caramba. Eita desgrama. Era. Que isso, não pegou não. Agora sou caçado pelos caçadores de vampiro, caçado pelos vampiros, caçado por lobisomem. Oh, meu Deus do céu, meu. Ninguém me gosta. Ai, seu miséria. Caramba, só... Meu Deus, esse negócio é demais, velho. Pegou, mano. Que mentira. Ah, não! Mentira! Quando carrega eu vou no banheiro, galerinha. Ah, você viu, é? Morri, mano. Droga, fiquei preso ali. Os bichos tudo level alto. Mas agora eu tô com bastante coisa, acho que pra upar. Calma aí. Deixa aqui, papo. Ah, já tá, já. Sacanagem. Não, mano. Caramba, bicho. Cuidado pra matar essas girombas. Eita. Agora tem aquele miséria lá. Mas ele aqui pra trás. Enfrentar você aqui, cara. Aí não dá não. Droga. Cadê a sombra? Você é doido, velho? Nunca foi tão difícil chegar num lugar. Ó. Bora. Se tiver dois vampiros já vai lascar tudo.
What is this truck? Are the vampire hunters here already? Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hunting?
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidama.
I'm quite big.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. That's right. A blundering idiot.
Geral tá saudável.
I need blood, Doctor.
Do you require my...
My condition can... Thank you, Doctor.
I'll leave you, Mistress.
Curamos mais uma. Mais cima.
Those bastards. What have they done to Edgar? Looks like he's wounded. I better follow the blood.
É, pegaram o doutor.
Ultraviolet curtains and orichalcum powder. Dr. Swansea's always been a resourceful bastard. I bet he never told you he had this installed in case of a vampire attack. Says a lot about how much he trusts you.
What have you done with Edgar?
Don't worry. We don't kill humans. Even if your friend is deserving of a little punishment.
What are you talking about?
We know everything. Swansea and you created this bloody epidemic. You aim to unleash another disaster just like William Marshall did.
No! I'm trying to put an end to it. Just like you are.
You're begrudging, aren't you? Where is the monster hiding? It's still in England, isn't it?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Jeffrey, please listen to me.
No tricks. That shit won't work on me. We found proof in the theater. Doris Fletcher was your first experiment. Now where is Marshall? Speak! So much for modern technology. Time for the tried and true.
Bora pra porrada.
Do you know what this is, Beast? This is a drop of King Arthur's blood. The blood of a true defender of Britain. Stronger than your evil powers.
This is ridiculous. We're losing
wasting precious time. True enough. Soon I'll bring your head before your coward old father. If you're so innocent, why does simple light burn you so much?
Caramba.
Your poisonous bite is useless, nothing.
Caramba, bicho. Essa luz é... Rapaz. O cara é do mal, viu? Sangue de Rei Arthur. Ele aqui não. Dá uma upada lá. Vamos ver o que dá pra upar. Vamos upar. Senão vai dar ruim pra mim. A gente sobe nesse elevador de novo. Esse load é meio triste. Recupera instantaneamente 60 pontos de sangue. Aumenta a taxa de recuperação de vigor. se essas coisas são úteis. Dano causado em 10%, diminui o tempo de carga. Ai caramba, por que eu fiz se já tinha aqui? Esse era bom. Vai aumentar. Tá. Nossa, mano. Aqui. Vamos ver o que a gente consegue upar aqui. Mordida. Mil. Bom, esse não dá pra upar, né? Venhoso. Reduzidos em comparação original. Agora mais 2000. Agora eu tô preparado, eu acho. Agora esse miséria vai sofrer comigo. Mas eu tinha muita coisa level 1, mano. Meu Deus do céu. Agora a teta vai ser boa.
Take you down! Come on, Reed. Try something else. We would prevail! True light will cleanse you. Show some style. Fight like a man. If you're so innocent, why does simple light burn you so much? Come on, Reed. Try something else. Your poisonous bite is useless on me. We would prevail!
Ah, pegou.
this land will protect me. I know! It hurts, doesn't it? If you're so innocent, why does simple knife burn you so much? Marvels against your kind. I know. It hurts, doesn't it? Close your eyes! This is gonna hurt.
Toma!
We are the guardian of justice. Priwen shall prevail.
You can't accept the fact we're not enemies, can you?
We always have been, and we always will be. Of all the evils that threaten mankind, your kind are the worst.
I'm not saying we could be friends, you and I. But perhaps we could collaborate to put an end to this epidemic.
Never! We are Priwen. We do not negotiate. We do not compromise.
There is no way you will ever let me be, McCullum. You'll always hunt me down, won't you?
There is no escape, Leech. Kill me now. For there is no way you can sway me to your ideals.
That's where you're mistaken.
What do you mean?
I'll spare you, McCullum. I'll offer you the mercy you never offered me.
What is this ruse?
This is no ruse, McCullum. This is me letting you go. After all, you and I are both trying to save this poor country in our own way.
I'll kill you, Reed. Next time we meet, wait, I'll end you!
See? Progress already. You called me by my name. Until the next time. Goodbye, Hunter.
É, passamos. Foi só dar uma upadinha que já melhorou, né? Conseguimos progredir aí mais um pouquinho. Muito bom, muito bom. Agora temos um caçador em tese do nosso lado, né? Em aspas, assim. Do nosso lado, entre aspas. Pelo menos tá devendo uma, né? A gente não matou ele. Ciência sem consciência. Bom, galerinha, vou encerrando aqui mais um episódio de Vampyr. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Se não me segue aqui no Twitch, por favor me sigam aqui no Twitch. Se não é inscrito lá no YouTube, no Miseras Gamers, por favor se inscreva, acompanhe lá. Esse vídeo estará sendo postado lá no YouTube também. E também no Facebook, onde temos notícias de PlayStation 4 e Xbox One. Muito obrigado mais uma vez e fui!